Prop 50. I want to get into this one with you real quick. So you talked about the need to win the House. If I am being honest with you, I hate gerrymandering. I hate it. I don't like it on either side. And I understand they all play this game to win the House, but I think it disenfranchises everyone. And I want to know what you think. This went crazy viral, millions and millions and millions of views, of what you think of Schwarzenegger's position to Jake Tapper. Take a look at this.
Well, I'm not really the spokesperson for, the anti-Proposition 50. I just want to defend the kind of work that I have done because we worked so hard to get the independent redistricting commission in California. California was under leadership on that issue. Then we went around the country, promoted it around the country, and actually convinced, 30% of districts to go and have an independent commission. And now all of a sudden, they're undoing all of that. There's this war going on all over the United States. Who can out-cheat the other one? Texas started it. They did something terribly wrong. And then all of a sudden, California says, well, then we have to do something terribly wrong. And then now other states are jumping in. And now this is spreading like wildfire all over the country. And it saddens me to see that we're going in the opposite direction rather than having an independent commission draw the district lines. And so, Jake, I have to tell you that, when you think about this trying to out-cheat each other rather than outperform each other, it's all between Democrats and Republicans. And the ones that are getting left behind are the people.
Always.
Right?
Guess what? Always. No, they don't give a shit about the people. They care about their power and control. Politicians could care less about us on both sides of the aisle. Let's be honest. They want, the minute they're elected in the House for 2 years or the Senate for 6 years or governor for 4 or 6, whatever their state says, the minute they're elected, they're working on their next reelection campaign. It's insane. They could care less about the policy that helps the people. Gerrymandering is a joke. Sometimes you'll have a district, doesn't matter what state, pick a state, where there's a population of people here, then there's a line almost along the highway where no people can possibly live with no human beings living there. And then they'll pick up another population over here so that they can get a Republican or Democrat district out of it. Like using the highway, yeah, technically it's land, but they're no human being. It's just a joke. I mean, they really should just lay out a grid, the whole United States in a grid with equal, territorial boundaries, square feet, square miles, whatever it is, and vote that way. And that way you can't play this gerrymandering. It's childish. It's really a joke. If you look at some states' gerrymandering maps or district maps, they look like a bowl of spaghetti. It's crazy.
That's what Dave Rubin said to me the other day. He's like, it's ridiculous, and described like squiggly lines like you just did in some states. And I think what I love is that went crazy viral. And my opinion on why it went crazy viral is because at the end of the day, the American people, they don't want anybody being able to shut down the government for political leverage. They don't want anybody being able to minimize anybody else's vote. I think we want fairness. We want the parties to do a good job. We don't want to cheat our way to a win. And I do appreciate what's at stake. I really do. But I don't, this is wrong and it never ends. And the shoe is always going to end up on the other foot. And there's one other clip I wanted to show. Not necessarily you, because I know you know this, but the audience. This is Steve Hilton talking about how Proposition 50 is going to rig California to such an extreme that it will become virtually impossible to get a Republican elected to Congress, despite the fact that 38% of Californians voted for Trump. Take a look at this math.
If these maps, these cheating maps go through, then it will take 193,000 votes to elect a Democrat to Congress, 1.52 million votes to elect a Republican. A Democrat vote will be worth 8 times a Republican vote. How can they possibly defend that? So I think that if they think this is going to sail through because, they're assuming it's just going to be total partisanship for all the Democrats against Trump, their entire message, by the way, is framing this as something to do with Donald Trump, nothing to do with California. I think they're really mistaken. I think that we're going to win this.
there's almost an admission buried in it, Steve, that they can't get voters to vote for their candidates based on the policies and the record alone. So they have to go change the rules. And I think there's a way to bring the failures of the one-party rule in California really to the forefront in the construct of this. And you are the leading candidate. And only have a few seconds, but where can people go if they're interested in your campaign and learning more and help?
Does Prop 50 pass in California?
Yeah, easily.
Oh, Eric!
Yeah, it's gonna. They don't care. Again, Jillian, it's control and power. They don't care what's best. They don't even care. They don't even know what's best for themselves. I mean, again, they're the mob. They're the posse in California, wildly left. I think Steve Hilton he's a nice guy. He's got no chance as governor. Even the disgraceful. What's her? Katie Porter, who walked off a set when the question got too hard or screaming at her. She's probably going to be the next governor. She's a liberal. I remember her in Congress. She was just a terrorist in Congress. She was so progressive leftist, so mean, so nasty. That's what they're going to get.